And she was a person who was really, really joyful, really, really joyful. Also, that's not visible on the photos, right? Because in the photos she's usually like that. But you know, it's like that. That at that time you couldn't move when they were taking the photos. So she was simply holding the breath, and so you cannot see she is so joyous. But she was very, very joyous, very energetic, and very talkative at this, very emotional. So a typical woman, you could say, right? At the same time, very fragile and loving others. Really. Though she had many difficulties with the sisters, not only with the sisters but with people, you can read in her scriptures that she is not someone who has just friends who say nice words to her. Usually she has, besides her, people who are trying to, you know, and she's never complaining, she's never saying bad words about other people. She asks Jesus, what do you want to teach me through that? Yes. What is the gift hidden in that difficult situation? Of course, not always she can stop her reaction. Sometimes she says too much, but then she says, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. This is what sisters say, this is how they remember her. Very honest, very fervent in her duties, so she was simply doing what she was supposed to do. She was not searching for some extra things. When she was working, she was working. When she was praying, she was praying. When she was rejoicing, she was rejoicing, yes? So she's a person living the moment, yes? Always knowing that if that comes from God. Now He wants me to rejoice with other sisters. So I will rejoice. I will not run to the chapel. When He wants me to go to the chapel, I will not go out and rejoice and laugh with the sisters, right? She knew that where God calls her is her place right now, and that's fulfilling His will, that's His joy. Simply to be where He wants me to be. So she is really a person who's totally concentrated on what do you want, Lord? What is your will? So this is what she is doing, this is how she lives, and this is how she makes Him happy, right? How she trusts, ufam. Yes, I trust in you. Jezu, ufam Tobie, that means I really want to fulfill your will, your plan for my life, not my plans, my ideas. So Faustina is totally passionate about that, only this. So that's her something very characteristic. She is totally into it, and no one can take her away from that. I know what I want, and I will not change that, and that's her holiness. We usually change our minds, right? It depends from the wind, right? Faustina is not to move. She writes in her diary, I have known you, and nothing will change that. I know you are God of mercy, and no matter what will happen, I will keep on trusting you and following your words. So that's her greatness, I guess.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. We could say a lot about her. You know, many sisters didn't saw her holiness during her life because all the revelations were hidden. That was a secret. So only few having, I don't know, maybe a deeper intuition, they saw that this sister has something special in her. They were asking her for prayers already during her life, right? There's one part of the diary when she writes that one of the sisters came to me saying, Sister, I do not know what's happening, but I feel that something is pushing me to come to you and to ask you for prayers. I do not know why, but somehow I'm convinced that when I ask you for prayers, I will be answered. So please pray for me. She was a very simple sister, yes, working in the kitchen, working in the field. Who would have supposed that she sees God, that He's giving her a message, that she is such a powerful intercessor? So very few knew that during her life. But as she said, I feel that my mission is not going to end with the day of my death, but quite contrary, it's going to begin. So now she's really, really making great miracles. And many testify about that. So if you still have doubts, if she is not yet your best friend, do it quickly. Come quickly to her. Go and ask her. And how to say, like little children, yes, mommy, 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 mommy. Do this with Faustina. She really wants to help, but as far as we do not say anything, we do not ask, what can she do? So have courage and ask for great things through her intercession. Go to him. He's really willing to give much. If you are not yet convinced about that, well, we'll pray for you, and we'll also pray for us, because, well, it's always easier to be skeptic, to keep the distance. But that's what's stopping the graces, basically. We stop the graces, yes, we limit God's mercy. His mercy is without any limit, but we are building the walls between us, right? And he says, I want to give much.